Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. So in today's video, as you can see from the title down below, I'm going to be talking you through all of the products that I think more people should be talking about, okay? I hear nobody talking about pretty much all of these products, and I think that they are like top tier, the best of the best. I think these are incredible and nobody talks about them, and it's such a shame. So I had seen, I think it was Jen Phelps, I had seen do basically a version of this, but obviously she's in America, so a lot of those products you can't get in England, you can't get in the UK, so these are things that are a little bit more UK specific, things that you can get in the UK, you can get in the UK very easily, and I think they are fantastic. A lot of these products I have, or a lot of the categories, I have more than one option for because there's so many products that I think that are fantastic. So let's just dive straight on into foundations firstly. I was going to talk about some primers, but then I thought, really, the primers that I really love are very hyped up. They are like the e.l.f. Halo Glow, etc. And I feel like they get enough hype. So I have skipped over primers, going straight into foundations. And for the foundations, I've got two. So first up is the Relove Super Serum Hyaluronic Acid Foundation. If you have seen literally any of my videos, then you will know how much I love this. If you have dry skin, this is absolutely fantastic. Don't think that because it says that it's a serum foundation that this is going to give you no coverage. I would say that this is like a solid medium coverage. You can absolutely build it up to be full, but for everyday wear, this is absolutely fantastic. I have like the tiniest little bit left in the bottom. I've just shaken this up so you can't tell how little I have. I literally have the tiniest little bit left in the bottom. I need to repurchase another one of these because it is absolutely my most used foundation. I use this pretty much every single day. I have to force myself to use something else so that I'm not just going through bottles and bottles and bottles of this. It's absolutely fantastic and literally nobody talks about it. And then this one I'm mentioning, but I'm also going to mention that this is a fairly new release, so it may well like still be flying under the radar, but it might gain some momentum. This is the Sleek In Your Tone 24-hour foundation, and this, if you want full coverage, you've got a special occasion, but you want everything to be sort of a soft, matte, blurred, flawless finish, this is absolutely fantastic. If you like the sort of Revolution IRL, but that's maybe a little bit too thick, you want a little bit less coverage than that, but you want that same sort of in real life filter finish, that Sleek one is absolutely the one to go for. They have 30 shades, I do believe, in that one, and I wear the shade 2N, I think. It's all rubbed off. That's how much I've used it. All of the writing is rubbed off the back of this. It's absolutely beautiful. And another one that I have to like tell myself to not use every single time I film, because otherwise the description boxes of all my videos would be exactly the same. Moving on to concealers. The Essence Skin Loving Sensitive Concealer. This concealer, just for an everyday like medium coverage but that feels like nothing. Again, if you have dry skin, something like this, absolutely beautiful. It just blurs out any bags. If you don't know, I don't sleep much. I do have quite a lot of darkness on like the inner part of my eye. I've always struggled to sleep, so I do need a concealer that will cancel that out, and this one is absolutely beautiful. And obviously it's like a sensitive ingredients and everything, so it's so nice. Then I need to mention this one because I feel like nobody talks about this brand. This is 17, which is like Boots' own brand. This is the Second Skin Enhancing Concealer, another one that if you have like darkness that you need to cover over on like the inner part of your eye, I wouldn't necessarily use this on like blemishes and things like that because I feel like it's quite a sort of illuminating finish, but oh my goodness, this is absolutely beautiful. I, again, could not tell you what shade I wear in this because all of the writing has rubbed off it. That's how I know I like properly love a product when all of the writing has rubbed off it. Moving on to bronzers, I recently repurchased this one and I just have to talk about it because when it wasn't in my collection, I missed it. So I went and bought another one, even though I have a whole drawer pretty much of cream bronzer and cream contour products. I had to go and repurchase this one, and I feel like when people think of a drugstore option for a cream bronzer or cream blush or something like that, I feel like people's minds automatically go to the e.l.f. Putty bronzer, and that is a fantastic product, gets all of the hype that it deserves, but I feel like this one just goes without mention all of the time. This is the Collection Gorgeous Glow Contour Stick, and this is in the shade Contour. They also have a blush and they have a highlight. This is a true contour shade if you are fair like me. The only thing is they only have one shade, so if you are of a deeper skin tone, like this wouldn't work. There are obviously like options with the like e.l.f. ones. There's only one shade in this, and that is a little bit like not great, but if you are fair like me, for a contour, this one like chisels those cheekbones. I really enjoy it. Then for a powder, I feel like this one again just flies under the radar and nobody talks about it, but it's one of my favorites. This is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer. This is in the shade Forever Sunkissed. If I can get into it, I'll show you what the shade looks like. Again, if you are incredibly fair like I am, finding a bronzer that doesn't look too orange but that gives you a nice glow. This is a matte finish, so it doesn't give you any sort of glittery glowiness, but it just makes your skin look so healthy. It just makes you look so alive. Like, it does just look like you've been out in the sun and you've caught the sun a little bit, but in the most beautiful sort of airbrushed way. Again, another one that I really, I mean, obviously that's the name of this video, of course I love it, but one that I just can't stop reaching for. Then on to blush. I feel like these liquid blushes have been around forever. Nobody talks about them, but they are absolutely beautiful. I have a whole video. I have all of them lined up just here. I have a video swatching all of these shades. I cannot stop wearing these. So this is the MUA Blushed Liquid Cream Blush, and I specifically wanted to mention this shade, which is Misty Rose. This on my skin is just incredible. The formula almost feels like it has like a serum-y sort of texture. It's so beautiful and like genuinely like hydrating on the skin. It's not like it just makes your skin look glowy, it actually makes your skin feel more hydrated. It's absolutely beautiful, and so many of the shades are so pigmented that I feel like these would work obviously for me on one end of the spectrum, but also working for much deeper skin tones. There's something for everybody in this formula. There are so many shades and they're so intensely pigmented. They can be really built up or just applied like in a really light layer if that's what you prefer. Absolutely fantastic. Again, so affordable and so easy to get your hands on. And then these. If you've seen literally any of my videos and any of my like favourites videos, you will know what these are before I even tell you what they are. The Collection Soft Glow Blushes. I've been on the Collection website recently, actually. I'll let you in on a little secret. Been on the Collection website recently, and I think they're coming out with 4 more shades of these. I'm so excited. So yeah, I have the 4 shades that are currently available on the Superdrug website, but I think they're coming out with 3 or 4 more. I think it might be 3 more. Actually, no, I just said 4. I think they're coming out with 3 more shades of these. Again, the softest, glowiest formula. They're not chunky or glittery, but they give the most beautiful glow to the skin. Quite often when I'm wearing these just on like an everyday basis, I feel like I don't even have to wear a highlight, which obviously is so not me. Like, I like to be seen from outer space. I absolutely love the glow, and these blushes on their own just give you the most beautiful glow to the cheeks. They blend out so beautifully. In fact, shall I put a little bit on now? I will just tap over the cheeks a little bit with this shade here, which is called Cherry. Not like I needed any more blush, but I just, every time I look at these, I'm like, you are my favourite. I need you on my face right now. Which is a strange thing to think about a blush, but I genuinely do. I absolutely love them. For highlights, this is an old product. Can you tell from the packaging how old this is? I think this is one of the very first highlighters that I ever bought, and it is still my all-time favourite. This is the Revolution Highlighter Reloaded, and this is in just my type. Again, they have a lot of shades in this formula. I have a few. This is, well, I used to have a few. I think I maybe decluttered them, but this is the only one that I wear. This, for my skin tone, just gives the most beautiful, warm, sun-kissed, I've been out in the sun and I've got a little bit sweaty and a little bit glowy, pop on the top of your cheeks. Absolutely beautiful. This is the highlight that I wore on my wedding day. It's not chunky, it's not glittery, it just looks like your skin is so juicy and hydrated, and I feel so passionately about this highlight. I never ever 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 want that highlight to be out of my collection. I absolutely love it. It's just, nothing tops it for me. Nothing in my collection tops that highlight. It's so soft and so glowy, but you can build it up to be so blindingly intense. It's absolutely fantastic. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, to mattify myself back down, another Revolution product, and I feel like this one is at the minute getting quite a lot of people talking about it because it's new, but I feel like this is the sort of product that will very quickly sort of die down, and I don't want it to die down because I think that it's absolutely fantastic. If you have dry skin, it's so hard to find a setting powder that doesn't make you look dry, but that sets your makeup in place, but doesn't make it look heavy, still makes it look hydrated, still makes you look glowy, and that's where this one comes in. The top half has like a pressed powder, and the bottom half is a loose powder. The only thing is, I really do hate the packaging for this. Like, all of the powder comes out of this little sievey thing in the bottom, and when you take that off, like, I feel like it's quite clunky, and I don't like the packaging. However, the product inside the packaging, 10 out of 10, absolutely love it. If you have dry skin, try this with the little like powder puff triangle things. That needs washing. That's a bit of bronzer. Try it with one of those. Try it with like the Real Techniques setting brush. Just really, really lightly, precisely where you need to like set. I only really need to set like under my eyes, like at the sides of my nose here. I don't want to look sweaty there. That's really the only place where I put powder, and I feel like that one just locks in my makeup, makes it last all day, makes it look genuinely blurred, but doesn't ever look heavy or too much. I absolutely love it. For brows, I only have one product here because I feel like people have their own brow preferences, like pencils and whatever they want to use. However, I feel like this product never gets spoken about. It changed my eyebrow game. I absolutely cannot live without it, and that's the e.l.f. Wow Brow. This has like tiny little coloured fibres in it, so if you have what I have, which is very fair blonde eyebrows, I don't necessarily have like missing spaces in my eyebrows. I don't necessarily have thin eyebrows. I have the hairs there. They're just blonde, so you can't see them. So I go over very lightly with a pencil and then fluff them up with the Wow Brow, and It makes it look like I have actual fluffy brows, which I don't have. They're so blonde, they're so light, you can't see them if I don't put any product on them. I feel so passionately about the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and I'm so upset that nobody talks about it, because it's genuinely such a fantastic product, and I don't know why more people don't talk about these. Again, that's the whole purpose of this video, and I feel like I'm getting very expressive now because I feel so passionately about these products. But this one, if you haven't tried it, try it. I think it'll change your life, because it changed mine. So sort of similarly, I feel like eyeshadows, people have eyeshadow preferences, whether you want like a nude eyeshadow or you want a colourful eyeshadow. I feel like the ones that I think are fantastic are also the ones that get a lot of hype, so I'm not really going to talk about eyeshadow too much. However, I do feel passionately about a nice black eyeliner, and the one that I'm wearing today I just have to mention. So these are the Profusion eyeliners. I've got this one, which is more of like a pen one, which is the Wing It Super Fine eyeliner, and this has the tiniest little felt tip point on it. So if you wanted a micro little wing, which obviously isn't my vibe, if you wanted that, you could absolutely do that with this product. This one is the one that I will always rave about. This is the Everlasting Waterproof liquid liner, and this has a brush tip. The applicator is a brush, which I find is just the easiest way to get any sort of, like, whatever shape you want. This is the easiest eyeliner I have ever used. I do generally prefer using an eyeliner that's like one that you dip the brush back into rather than a pen, because I find that quite often the tip doesn't get enough product. I don't find that with this one, just generally speaking. I prefer one where you dip the applicator back into the tub to get more product onto it. This will last through no matter what. If you are sweating all day, this will last. If you are crying all day, this will last. It does not smudge, it stays exactly where you put it when you take it off at the end of the day. This one especially, in the tub, the Everlasting one, almost comes off, like with micellar water, it almost comes off in like bits, as if it's like plasticky, but it's not. It's very comfortable to wear. Sorry, I'm just sat on my foot and it's going dead. One moment. It's really comfortable to wear. It's very easy to take off, but it just lasts through absolutely anything. It's absolutely fantastic. Also for eyeliners, I just quickly wanted to mention these ones because I feel like in the UK, Essence is a brand that's not really spoken about too much. Like, it's not the easiest to get your hands on. They have them in Wilko and they have them on like Amazon and things like that, but I feel like for me, if I can't get it in Superdrug or Boots, I do just sort of overlook them a little bit. The same with Profusion, like you can't get them on the high street, so I feel like a lot of people just don't really know about them. But Essence you can get on Just My Look, I think the website is called. Profusion you can get on their own website. Essence don't seem to have their own website, which I feel is a little bit weird in 2023, but whatever. These you can scribble onto your waterline, you can smudge out with like a dense eyeshadow brush and get the easiest like smoky wing. I absolutely love that just for an everyday look. They have so many shades. I have like some more neutrally ones here, but I absolutely love all of these. I have so many looks on my channel using these. They smudge out once you first like scribble them on and smudge them out. They smudge out so easily, and then give it like 30 seconds and they'll be set and they will not budge. Another one, they just do not go anywhere at all. They last so well. They have a great colour range as well in those Essence pencils. I feel like whatever colour you want orange, they've got it. You want pink, they've got it. You want a sparkly brown, they've got it. Like, they have so many They have matte ones, they have shimmery ones, and they're, again, so affordable. And then lastly, for the eyes, I feel like a lot of mascaras when they're new, they get a lot of hype. And some of them rightly so, and some of them not rightly so. I feel like for it to stand the test of time, I want a mascara that was released years ago, but that still performs amazingly well. And that's where this one comes in. So this is the e.l.f. Big Mood. If you want the thickest, most dramatic, chunky, spidery lashes, that's exactly what I want in a mascara. And I don't want it to budge. I want it to stay on my eyelashes all day long. I want not one crumb under my eyes. I want not one smudge under my eyes. It needs to stay on my eyelashes, and it needs to look as good at the end of the day as it did when I first applied it. And that's where this one comes in. It's absolutely budge proof. And I feel like, again, nobody talks about it. Like, everybody is raving, rightly so, about the Lash and Roll. That is a fantastic mascara, but I feel like everybody's talking about it. This one, nobody talks about. I feel like I'm maybe in the minority with like what I like in a mascara. I like the thickest, clumpiest, spideriest, most dramatic lashes. Length isn't really like top of my priority list. I want something that's clumpy. I want something that's thick. I want something that's volumizing. And that's where this one comes in. It's absolutely beautiful, and it lasts so well. The wand is absolutely ginormous. It will grab every single lash and thicken it and clump it together and make it look. Can you tell how excited I get? Like, I get so excited about makeup. Can you tell? Mascara is so personal, so if that's not what you like, then don't take that recommendation, but it's absolutely beautiful. And then lastly, for lip products, I did a whole video on these recently as well. These are a new find, and I feel like there's one person that I hear talk about this online, and that's Kelly Gooch. These are the e.l.f. Glossy Lip Stains. I first bought Pinkies Up because of Kelly Gooch, and then I went online and I bought every single shade. So these are so good. If you haven't tried them, but you want something that gives you the longevity of a lipstick, but with the finish of a gloss and the comfort of a gloss, these are absolutely fantastic. It goes on just like a regular lip gloss. It's got like a regular lip gloss little applicator, just looks like a standard gloss, but it leaves behind the lightest sort of completely undetectable wash of colour on your lips. So if you go for one of the deeper shades, it leaves that stain as if you've put on a lip stain, but it's with the comfort of a lip gloss. It's such a unique formula. I really haven't ever tried anything like it before. It's so good, and I think these are like £6. Like I say, I have every single shade. I think they're all fantastic. Then for lip liners, I have a few, but I'm not going to get them down now. I keep one out on my table. This is the Essence 8 Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner. These are like a mechanical, twisty up lip liners. These draw on so creamy. The colour lasts all day. There's so many different colours. Again, this is another one that I picked up. I think I picked this up from Wilko, and then when I tried to go online to buy more shades, I got something completely different. I got one that like I had to sharpen. But if you want the most intense colour payoff, but in the creamiest, most easy formula, these are the best lip liners I've ever used, and nobody talks about them. So this is 03 Soft Beige. This is my most used one at the minute. If you are incredibly fair like I am, then this is like the perfect, it's what I'm wearing now. This is the perfect like your lips but better sort of shade. absolutely love them. And then lastly, the very last product, I wanted to just give a quick shout out to these. Again, another one that nobody talks about, and I think they're absolutely incredible. So these are the MUA Satin Sheen Lip Stylos, and let me just show you, because if I twist this up you will see how beautiful and glossy these lipsticks are, but they give you the colour payoff of a lipstick. Like, it just looks like a lipstick, but it's so glossy. It's almost like a solid lip gloss. It gives you the colour payoff of a lipstick, but the gloss finish of a lip gloss. These do wear off, so unlike the glossy lip stain, wherever I put it, when this wears off it leaves behind a little bit of colour. With these ones it does just wear off and then you have to reapply it. However, it's so glossy and so like comfortable on the lips that I don't mind having to reapply it, because it's almost just like I'm applying a lip balm. Like, I'm not applying a lipstick where I feel like I have to look in a mirror. Like, I can just do this without looking. Like, it's that sort of a formula. It's absolutely beautiful. And that's all of the products that I wanted to talk about today. If you've made it to the end of this, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. If there's any products that you think are not receiving the hype that they deserve, then do leave them down below. If you are new here, I would love it if you would subscribe. I post 3 times a week on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday, all about makeup and beauty products, etc, etc. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.